Today, I'm going to give a book review of Letting Go by David Hawkins. This is one of my favorites, and I think you're going to love it. If you want me to do more content like this, make sure to comment below. More reviews in all caps. And if there's a book you want me to cover, make sure to add it. I want to jump right into one of the quotes that I absolutely loved about this book. A belief is a thought that we have been attaching to often for years. So we have the initial thought, and then we keep having that thought over and over. Maybe it's reinforced by other people, family, and friends, and eventually it becomes a presupposition to our reality. At that time, I had never thought about this idea, and it dives really deep into understanding where our beliefs come from. Like his point, a thought is harmless until we believe it. It's not our thoughts, but our attachment to our thoughts that causes the suffering, and that was huge for me. If this is something that you struggle with, I would say this book is a must. Another big idea is that the goal of life is to live from your spirit. I had never heard of this concept before. When you're having crazy thoughts or feeling hard emotions, the awareness that is witnessing these things is your spirit. And I had never thought about myself as something other than my thoughts, that somehow maybe I could pull myself back and become the watcher of the thoughts that I'm having and start to decide if those are thoughts that are even useful to me anymore. If you're a person who struggles a lot with your thoughts, I think that this could really help with a breakthrough, because I know it did for me. And another big highlight was this shift from being versus doing. Focusing on your state of being, state of consciousness, and what you are feeling or thinking leads to better results than striving and being busy all the time. I feel like a lot of us focus on our doing, and I know I did. I was constantly asking myself how I could do more, who I would be if I did more. And this began to make me question if the state that I was actually building in mattered. And since this point, it's not been easy by any means. This book didn't immediately make a transfer in my life, but I began asking questions about my being versus doing. He emphasizes this big importance of living in the present rather than a preoccupation with the past or the future, which is very, very Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, or Alan Watts. And I love it. It was a different concept from those because I'd read those books before, and it really helped me to start understanding how letting go actually also helps in the present moment. Granted, Eckhart Tolle had helped a lot with that with The Power of Now, but it was almost like a reinforcement from a different space. If you love The Power of Now, this could be the book for you. Now, I have a core belief that life is perfect, and people make a lot of points that this is wrong. Now, one of the reasons I believe this is from a quote that was in this book. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of human freedoms, is to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. One of the big things I believe about manifesting is that we can manifest our attitude, our beliefs, and that is the one thing that no one can take away. And maybe in this life, we aren't supposed to get some of the things that we believe we are, but if we always show up with peace and with an attitude and an idea of my being perfect, I think that everything can end up working itself out exactly how it's supposed to. To truly surrender means to have no strong emotion about a thing. It's okay it happens, and it's okay if it doesn't. When we're free, there is a letting go of attachments. We can enjoy a thing, but we don't need it for our happiness. In this state of acceptance, there is the feeling that nothing needs to be changed and everything is perfect and beautiful the way it is. I absolutely love the concept. I love the ideas. And if you've ever really thought about this, it could help open your soul to something that you never imagined. The book is really a game changer. It's one of the best books I've ever read. I go back to it, I reread my highlights. If you're struggling to let go, I would say that this could be the book for you. Don't overthink it. I mean, just literally take some time. It's a bit of a thick read if you couldn't tell from looking at the book. But again, I think it's worth it if you are definitely trying to let go of some of these emotions and thoughts and ideas of who you are. And again, if you want to see me do another review, I'm thinking about doing The Courage to Be Disliked, The Four Agreements, maybe The Fifth Agreement, The Power of Now. I am more than happy to do more like this. Just make sure to comment more reviews, all caps. And if there is a book that you want me to cover, I'd be more than happy to. And remember, don't give up on yourself, because I won't.